Hey everyone, Connor here from the Daubers, and welcome to the Solo Leveling ShimLine Saturdays edition. So just recently I got in my Solo Leveling Experience bundle, and one of the things we had seen online was people talking about the 3 shims and all this sort of stuff. As the resident expert in the matter, I was like, right, once mines get in, let's have a wee look at them. So we're going to go through some of the things that are happening and some of the things that are not happening. The 3 shim scenario is not happening, well, at least with the ones I've got and the ones I've seen, I can't say is happening. But if we go up to this guy here, right, my Sungjin Woo E rank hunter does actually have a very, very faint roller line through it. Now, as I started looking through, you basically have to look for what is a cut in the foiling. So if you look at like this kind of point here, you've got to really see a cut in the foiling. That's what is a shim line. That is when the two different parts of the foiling do go from the end of one bit of it and then connects to another bit. That's what's causing it. What I have noticed with these though is, and it must be something along the lines of the format of how they're putting it through the printer, because obviously this isn't like a big massive set, so it's only like what 4 or 5 cards. It does look as if though they're hitting the end of the roller and going on to the next sheet, and it's what's causing these marks here to appear. They're very subtle, but as you can see, there's like a slight technical shim there, is where that is, but that bit just there and the bit just below it is also where the roller line from it is coming into play. So it's not 3 shims, to be fair. It is a bit of an error. Again, it will obviously come down to just how it's been formatted, but if we go through all of those, you'll see it's not every single one. So like for instance, like this one, the foiling is totally fine, no issues. We can just kind of skip through, as I say, you get like 4 of each. I think I got lucky and these guys didn't get hit. But then on to the bear bites, I think this one's fine. Again, this one fine. This one also fine. And then this one is like a prime example of what we can see. So as you can all tell, you can all very much at this point know where the shim is. It's that bit just cutting through the mouth on the bear. But as you can see, it looks as if there's also like a second part that people are confusing with shim lines. And as somebody who is very much in full swing of what a shim is, I can tell you that's not what it is. So when you see that lower part of the bar, you can actually see just above where the ear is where the roller print is going through, but it's not creating a shim, but it has created a dent essentially on the card. And the foiling, again, we're talking like proper like microscopic level nonsense here, right? But as you can see there when the shim comes through, and then you can see at the bottom where basically where that kind of X on the sort of bear is where the bottom part of the roller line is, and that's that one, for instance. So it's the shim's noticeable, but I think it's the shim super noticeable because the bottom line is quite a thick imprint as well. So then if we go on to other ones, this one so far fine. This one also fine. No, this one also fine. And this one fine. So the attacks definitely escaped well. Rage Riot is also fine. This one fine. Yeah, we can see a shim on this one. So as you can see, cutting through just below his chin, or just above the chin technically, there is the start of a shim. There isn't a heavy print line on this one. It's actually quite faint. In person, like I don't know if we'll be able to like. You can definitely get a good angle at some point. In person, I think what happens with a lot of these is they look a little bit more obvious to the naked eye. On the camera, it doesn't pick it up too greatly, but basically from there to there, there's almost like a discoloration on the card, is what I would say. You can sort of see it if I angle it enough. You can sort of see where the shim has started there, and then there's a discoloration on the card, where it is just basically a big roller print line through it as such. That's all it is, really. Is it annoying? Yeah, it is. Especially when, to be quite honest, these products are expensive. They're not cheap. You're essentially buying a playmat in order to get these cards, which I will honestly say as well has made Sungjin Woo the most coolest character ever, and I'm so glad I got these as well. But again, this one here as well. Have we got a shim there? No, I think we have a faint roller line on this one, but it's super faint. It's just above. So the roller line on this one is just above the bottom hands, and then it goes to the top part. But it's super faint, to be honest. That one we probably dodged. We probably dodged the worst of it. This one also looks fine. This other Shadow Sorcery is looking fine. And then this one is the other one I did notice. As you can see that absolute doozy of a roller mark. One part of it actually goes up to there. That part there and that part there. But the middle bit is the shim. Obviously, it's very obvious the shim's on camera, though, to be fair. We can't really dodge these. But the roller lines is interesting. I think what's probably happened, though, is more than likely we're going through a different formatting layering for these, because I don't really know exactly how they would do it. Obviously, this is all trade secret stuff, but usually you get a lot of these kind of things going 10 by 10 and stuff like that for one print sheet. These, there's like, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different cards, so I can't imagine the print process to be the exact same. I just don't really see that happening. Sadly, it does impact these product lines. Hopefully, as we see going into like the Borderlands ones and stuff like that, hopefully we don't see these happening again. There's a chance they could happen if there is things like these formatting things as well, but you never know. If they are play testing around with stuff to try and find a way to completely eliminate shims, obviously on one hand we have a really good product going forward. On the other hand, we have me probably out of content very aggressively, but we'll still make it work. So that's one of those ones. It's a good trade-off for us, and I would rather be able to not make these videos as such over the fact that we can have cards that are basically perfect out the press. So yeah, this is the Sung Jin Woo E-Rank Hunter experience bundles. As I say, a lot of people are noticing a few of them. In the comments, I'd like to hear what kind of ones yous have got as well, because I have been seeing not too many just having shims. They seem to have these roller lines as well. So I'm kind of curious to see if people do have ones that are just shims as well. Just out of curiosity more than anything. But I am looking forward to actually playing this character, to be fair. I played a game against Scott the other night, and this looks like it's my kind of deck for sure, with the backups and stuff. Obviously, because every one of them's a backup for these attacks. This is the guy for me. This is who I want to be playing into next year. So yeah, hopefully this is the last of some bad print line errors, but otherwise a good product nonetheless, and it does come with a playmat as well. So yeah, thank you very much everyone. I will see you all next week for more ShimLine content. Bye everyone.